Okay, let's do this. Today we're going to try something different, and we're going to try and create NFT ETF of such through Emblem Vaults, just for a different type of concept, just because it's basically what I want to do. So I've got Emblem Finance opened up here, Emblem Vault, and I've already gone to Uniswap and got 300 Koval. You can actually buy Koval on the site from down here, and it's all connected. Should have enough for gas. We'll see how we go. But I'm going to start off, and this is what we're going to do. We're going to put in a couple of these whelps that I've got, and we are going to put them in there. We might put in a little tiny bit of ETH, tiny bit of Bitcoin, and we'll see how it goes. But this here is going to be our main guy, and we're going to call him Sea Riot, I think. So we're going to start this off. Vault name. We're going to call it Sea Riot. And we're calling it Sea Riot because the artist is Riot Gear. Find him on Twitter. He's doing some of the Whelps PFPs that are coming out very shortly. And he did this one especially for me, so shout out to you. I like your art. So we're going to call this ETFs of such. What are we going to put in there? We're going to put in Whelps, ETH, and BTC. I could go into deeper details about how much we're going to put in there, but I don't care. We'll see how we go now. Okay, so this is the image that will be displayed on the NFT that we are creating. So I like this one. And he made this through, I think it's Maker. But if we, for you that don't know how to use OpenSea too much, if we go into details here, we can have a look at the metadata. So we bring up the metadata, and if you scroll through here, there is actually an IPSFS gateway, which is the image URL. So what we can do is we are going to steal this, and then we're going to bring it open to our vault, and we're going to chuck it straight in there. And this is our Sea Riot. I do really love this. And then we've already got our 300, so we'll prove the Koval for the vault creation. Hopefully I've got enough gas in there. Anyone else having troubles with gas these days? It's killing me. So after this, we'll end up just transferring everything into this vault. And the interesting thing about this is the bit that I love, is that an ETF works on the market as a whole, or whatever is behind it as a whole. So if you have Ethereum, Bitcoin, NFTs, you could have the apes coin, you could have apes in there, you could have whatever you wanted in there, and all of those things would actually eventually have to level out, and it would either grow or fall, like an ETF. So just a bundle of things, which is absolutely amazing. Further on from this, if you were to create a big one, say like 32 ETH because of staking, or you could have 32 ETH, a Bitcoin, plus 1,000 Chainlink, chuck them all in there, and then get a fractional platform that would create coins of your NFT, and then it would technically be like a NFT ETF. It's just a different way of doing this stuff. Very different way. But the possibilities are going to be huge soon. So we'll create this vault. We just have to give access to this account. So we will create this. As long as this gas doesn't go up too high, we should be able to deposit a little bit. The good thing about these Cobalt vaults is they can take a whole array of different platforms, like the Bitcoin, XCP, XRP, Ethereum, your normal altcoins, just a whole bunch of stuff. And as soon as this finishes, come on, you're killing me. So when we put our stuff in, I think we are going to put in some of these whelps here. I was going to get some extra ones, but the gas is just too high for fees at the moment, so can always do it later. That's the best thing about this thing. Once you lock it off, you don't actually lock it off. Like once you can put stuff in there, and then you can 2 days later you can put more stuff in there. Like I know Brewster Goose was talking about have like this kind of setup that has coins with being fractionalized and have coins going out, but then he constantly puts in more art that he does. So the value is actually coming from him putting more art in, and he's going to call it a social token, which is a very interesting concept. Okay, so we have our stuff here. So we've got our ETH address, so we can copy this ETH address, and we'll go back and we will, as long as we have enough gas, so we'll just transfer that into there. See how much this stuff's going to cost us. So we'll set that one, we'll go back. I did have a trouble yesterday when I was trying to transfer out lots of them, so we might just wait for some of this stuff to transfer. It's annoying, but if you have a look over here, I got one stuck yesterday. Go back. It is... it may have cleared it. Yeah, no, it hasn't. So there's a card that I'm missing and it's stuck in another wallet, but OpenSea just hasn't registered that it should be in this wallet. So I'm just sort of debating how to fix it right now. It's going to require some sort of transfer, or I'm going to have to go to another platform and transfer it off, because I won't be able to do it from here because OpenSea just doesn't recognize it. So how far is this? It's still pending. So we'll transfer in this one here as well, and then we'll transfer in the actual face value, which is our C right. So that one's done. We'll send in this one. Yep. Come on, where is he? Not you. We'll send you in because you are all titles. So we'll transfer you in, and it's going to that address. We'll transfer him in. Confirm. So he's going over to there. While we're doing that, we'll bring up this, cross this out. We'll bring up the BTC address, and we'll copy the BTC address, and we'll send in, say, let's go balance. Let's go send funds. We'll destination. One answer. Yep. We are going to send in, just for the sake of doing something, just send in a tiny amount. We'll set the gas as 2 so I can put waiting. And we'll go, yep. So send funds. So now this vault will, once this transaction goes through, there will be a Bitcoin sitting in this vault. So that's the BTC. So we'll go back to the ETH address and we'll copy that again. Because we're going to have, once this goes through, we'll send in the final picture and we'll send in a little bit more ETH just to make it more interesting. So that one's come through now. Yeah. Now we'll go back to our profile. This is the one that we're going to send out. So we'll transfer. Oh, hold on, wait. That is, sorry, wait. That's actually C right there. That is, it's probably not the best way to show this, but it says it's an empty vault. So if we go back, so that's our C right. So this picture here is what the picture we need to send in. So maybe to fix that, we should have used a smaller image so we didn't have that issue. So we'll send that in. But this is just testing, this is just playing around, having some fun, understanding what all these little different programs and protocols do, so that when you want to do something flash or something in a hurry because there's an opportunity, you can just go bang and just snap it up. This does also help understanding this for just general ETF stuff and general fractionalizing and how you can fractionalize and what you can fractionalize. So that's sent in. So we'll go back to my profile. So that there is an NFT of this vault. So this NFT actually represents 0.001 Bitcoin, 2 Whelps, the right gears art there of a PFP, this one here. What we're all going to do, one last thing, just why I don't have any. We'll just quickly change. We'll just send cash prices. So we'll just send just something for the sake of doing something. We'll just send a little bit there. That's pending. So we can go back to our normal account that we do testing from. And then they will all go through eventually. And our NFT ETF basically will be right here. See how it says empty vault? We can fix this by going to view this on Emblem Finance. So we're going to actually go in there and have a look what's in here as soon as this refreshes. So we've just got that little bit of Ethereum in there. Let's see if we can get... So we've got other videos on actually how to claim this stuff out. It's not the easiest, but it's not the hardest. And it's different reasons why you'd crack it at different times. But it's refreshing. Let's see if we can just refresh it. See if we can hurry it up a bit. Don't think the Bitcoin transaction has quite gone through yet. Not quite yet. Okay, here we go. So we got X-ray title, we've got our Whelps NFT, we've got a Whelps NFT, we've got a maker, we have a little bit of Bitcoin, and it's just not picking up our ETH yet, but that will be in there. So this is what I mean by everything's just contained in this one NFT, and it's just an interesting concept. So I would show you how to claim it, but the gas is just too ridiculous to do all this kind of stuff. But if we go back, we'll be able to refresh this now, and this empty vault should technically go away because the vault is full. That empty vault just comes up there just to show newbies that it's empty, because people just don't quite understand the fact that you can go into here, like you can go into the ETH Explorer and actually find out what's in this address. And at the moment it has no ETH, so that transaction still hasn't gone through. But you can go into, so it's got a maker's token, which is an ERC20 by the looks of it, and it's got 2 whelps, which are 721s. So that's what's in that address. So if we cross this out, but we can go back down to the Bitcoin Explorer to see if it's got any Bitcoin in there. It's unconfirmed, which just means that it's waiting on a few blocks before it's confirmed. But you can see how much Bitcoin is in there, and that pretty much sums up what I wanted to show you, which is kind of interesting in my point of view because it's what I like to do. Yeah, ties it up a bit, keeps it more sorted. I think next video we're going to have a quick look at NFTs and setting up a vault. And I've never done it before, but we're just going to wing it. I think we're going to put a couple of these. These are my favourite ones of my whelps. If anyone doesn't know, I just sort of chill out on the community down there, community member. Sort of see everything that's going on, sort of get your hands on something. But we're going to create a couple of, turn these into tokens, and we'll see what happens from there. Alright, I'll talk to you later.